In this video, I want to talk about the importance of having a financial discipline when it comes to running your business. A lot of people who are in this industry, they are either doing a agency or they are doing freelancing or they are doing online training, blogging, affiliate marketing. All these people do not have a very clear idea on how much revenue they are making every month, how much is the profit from it, how much is the taxes from it, what they are making in a year, what are their expenses. Most of them do not have a very clear idea about it. Most of them just look at the bank account. If they have money in the bank account, they will spend, and if they don't have money in the bank account, they will try to work hard and get a new client and try to make money. But not being very financially disciplined with this is actually very bad for your long-term growth, because if you do not have a clear idea about it, then you will always be struggling with it. So I have a very simple method of looking at my finances. So now it is May 1st week, right? And April is the first month of the new financial year which we have started, which is 2022 to 2023. So first I will log in into my InstaMojo account, Razorpay account, and any other payment gateways that I use, and I will look at the total money that I have received from there. So let's say I have received 10 lakhs from InstaMojo. That is the actual amount of sales I have done, right? So out of the 10 lakhs, I won't get the 10 lakhs into the bank account. I will actually get 9.8 lakhs because Razorpay and InstaMojo both will charge you around 2% GST. 2% plus GST, which is the fees for using their services. So ideally what they should be doing is that they should be settling the entire 10 lakh into my account, and then they should be raising an invoice for 20,000 which I have to pay them as a fee, 20,000 plus GST. But these payment gateways will deduct the 2% and plus GST, and they will send you the remaining, which means that you will get a little bit less than 9.8 lakhs into your account when that 10 lakh transaction gets settled. So you have to start with that. So your bank account will show 9.8 lakh in deposits, but your sales will be for 10 lakhs inclusive of GST. And then you have to get an invoice from Razorpay or InstaMojo, which they will give inside. And if you are a GST registered company, then that invoice will also have a GST input credit. So that is the first thing that you have to account for. And then if you have any direct bank transfers or direct deposits, any sales that you have done, you have to make sure that you have to include that as well. So I will go ahead and look at how much sales I have made in April, right? 10 lakhs, 15 lakhs. What is the total sales I have done? And then I will look at what category these sales have been done. For example, if you are selling ebooks, the GST is only 5%. If you are selling services, the GST is 18%. If you are selling online training, the GST is 18%. So you have to then break down from the total sales what is the amount that is going away for taxation, which is the indirect taxation. This is not even income tax. This is the tax on consumption, which usually is paid by the consumer, but we have to go ahead and pay it and file it, right? So let's say 15 lakhs is the total sales I have made, Razorpay plus InstaMojo plus direct bank deposits. The actual deposit in the bank will be less. You write out an expense, which is the transaction fee, and then you go ahead and put the money aside for the GST payment. So let's say 15 lakhs has come in, and out of 15 lakhs, let's say the GST that I have to pay is 2 lakhs. Yes, I will have some input credit also because expenses will have input credit, but I will still go ahead and put that 2 lakhs into a separate account because I am going to pay the GST only after a few weeks, right? Around 20th of the next month is when you pay GST for the previous month. So put it aside immediately. And then you look at all the expenses that you have, like what are the expenses that we could probably have. We might have email marketing expenses, we will have employee salaries, we will have an office rent. So you have to put all of that in a single column and probably in a single sheet, and look at what are all the expenses that you are doing which also has a GST. And if you are a GST registered business and if you are paying, let's say 50,000 for office rent plus GST, that would be 59,000. That 9,000 will come back to you as an input credit, which reduces your GST liability, right? You are only paying GST on the profit that you are making, because as a business, whatever expenses you have also will have GST. Like for example, if you spend 1 lakh on Google Ads, then you will be paying something like 1,18,000 to Google Ads, out of which 18,000 will be the GST component. So all this, you don't need any accounting software, you don't need any accounting genius, you don't need any accounting consultant. Some people go ahead and just get an accounting consultant just to look at this. But you can look at this yourself. It just takes a little bit of financial discipline, and there will be naturally a discomfort with this because it is showing you the reality. Just like you feel like there is a slight fever, but you are just expecting the fever to go away by itself. Because if you go to the doctor and the doctor is doing some tests, and if the doctor is telling that you have a particular type of viral fever, then you have to take an action on it, right? So there is a natural resistance to look at the finances, because just like taking the temperature of your body or just like doing a blood test, looking at the finances actually ends up showing you the reality of the condition of your business. Your business might be unhealthy, but you might be thinking that you are making a lot of money. A lot of entrepreneurs do that mistake. So when you don't have clarity about at what levels you are in terms of the finances, what is the profit, what is the margin, what is the taxation liability, you cannot make any decisions at all. You cannot make decisions like hiring a new employee. You cannot make a decision like getting a new office. Like for example, we got this office because we had a very clear idea how much money we are making, how much profit we have, how much income tax we will end up paying if we book the profit. Can we spend some of the profit to invest in the office interiors? And I'm pretty sure that most of you know that we are working out of a new office, and we were able to put some really nice walls like this. We were able to put some really fancy white desks which you see behind me. So all this was a very clear financial decision from my end, because I knew that okay, this is something we can spend. This is the amount we have some buffer, we have taken out some salaries. Okay, this is something I can do. So only because of this clarity, I have been able to make the financial decision to reinvest back in the business. Just like getting this office itself is an investment, right? Hiring someone is an investment. Going ahead and spending on ads is an investment. Buying domain names is an investment for the business. So all these investment decisions you can only make if you have a very clear-cut idea of where you stand financially. And here you also will go ahead and look at a lot of bleeding, right? You might have signed up for some service where it's debiting you every month, but you really don't need it. So you can do some cost cutting there. You can go ahead and get a credit card which has a lower foreign currency fee, right? Most of the credit cards will charge you 3.5%, which means that if you are spending $100 on a credit card for domain names, email marketing or something like that, which is not available in India, at least the quality ones, then the bank will actually charge you $1 or $3.5, right? So 3.5% transaction fee you have to pay in most of the credit cards. However, in some credit cards, they will give you 2% foreign currency markup fee. So all these things you will start noticing. And if you have to spend some half an hour a day, every day, looking at your finances, go ahead and do it until you develop the discipline. And once you develop the discipline, maybe you can sit for once in a week and look at all the finances and make sure that you are updated every week, right? Just call it Finance Fridays, which means that every Friday you are sitting and getting a clear idea about where you stand in finances, right? What is your cash balance? What is the pending settlements that is upcoming for the next month? Only when you start doing this, even if you are making 50,000 a month, even if you are making 1 lakh a month, go ahead and start doing it. When it is time for you to get to 5 lakh a month, 10 lakh a month, don't take all of it home. If you take all of that money home, if you spend it on a car, if you spend it on a vacation, then you will not be able to reinvest that money back into the business and grow the business, right? If you get to 5 lakhs a month, 10 lakhs a month, you can possibly get to 50 lakh a month, 1 crore a month as well, but you will never get to 50 lakh a month or 1 crore a month if you don't reinvest that money. And you can never reinvest the money confidently if you do not know what is your financial position, right? So start with simple Google Sheets, start with looking at your everyday bank transactions. Take your everyday bank transactions, put it on a Google Sheet, put a category for it, put some notes for it, put what is the purpose for it. If it is going to be invoices that you are generating for all the sales you do, which is something that you should be doing, then go ahead and put the invoice link against every transaction there. If a huge settlement comes from InstaMojo or Razorpay, then put a folder of invoices, which is the invoices matching for all the transactions. So this is non-negotiable, guys. If you really want to go ahead and grow in your business, this financial discipline is something that you have to bring it in place if you have to go ahead and grow. So all the best for that. All the best for that, and I wish you all success with the growth of your business, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.